In the fall of 2011, citizens who were upset with inequality were protesting in front of Wall Street, and they use this phrase all the time: top 1%. Top 1% refers to the people in the rich countries, especially those who make up the top 1% of U.S. income. The annual income of America's top 1% accounts for 24% of all U.S. income. Their annual income is more than $340,000, which is 12 times higher than the average worker's annual income of $28,000. The expression 1% to 99% quickly became famous for depicting the gap between the top 1% rich and the remaining 99%. This is not happening just in the US. This distribution of income occurs globally, and in the global income distribution, on what percentage will your income lie? When you ask people in the United States and Britain, most people will say this: well, maybe 70 to 80%. Although they live in a rich country, they don't recognize themselves as a global elite, such as a financial worker or a businessman. However, it is highly likely that they'll be within the top 10% of the world's population. If the annual income is more than $52,000, you're on the top 1%. If the annual income is around $28,000, you're on the top 5%. Since people in rich countries compare themselves with their rich neighbors, it is easy to underestimate their income level. So what about the people in the bottom 20%? 1.2 billion people are from the poorest class, whose daily income is less than $1.5. By the way, $1.5 should not be converted into the currency value of that country. This income disparity graph reflects the fact that prices are low in poor countries. You'll be surprised. $1.5? How can you make a living off that money? It's impossible. They'll die. You're right. They may not die instantly due to hunger, but they would die much faster than people in developed countries. The average lifespan of Americans is over 78 years, but the life expectancy of sub-Saharan Africans is only 56 years. It's not like people in developing countries spend their money elsewhere, but they look very skinny in the picture. Most of the income of the poorest people is spent on food, but the average amount of calories consumed per day is only 1,400 calories. It is less than half of the recommended calories of ordinary men and women. The curve of income distribution doesn't just tell us that they are very poor and we're rich. Because we're relatively wealthy, we can do more with the same money for the poor at a lower cost. So how helpful will it be in detail? For example, if we donate $1 to a poor Indian farmer, we would lose $1 and the farmer would get $1. How much greater are the benefits of that $1 to a poor farmer than to us? The more money one has, the less valuable it gets. Even if we had the same dollar, it would be more beneficial to the poorest Indian farmers. This is illustrated by the graph. The rate of increase in income level equals the rate of satisfaction increased. And as income is doubled, the satisfaction level doubles as well. The subjective satisfaction is the same when a person with an annual income of $1,000 increased by about $1,000, and the additional $80,000 by someone with an annual income of $80,000. That's how much satisfaction $1 gives to the poorest people. It means that it is similar to giving us $100 and giving them $1 in satisfaction. We're full of skepticism, oppressed by the chaos of the world. What difference will I make if I step up and help? Maybe I'm just adding a drop of water to that big bucket. But maybe we can make a very big drop of water if we put our minds into it. The satisfaction of $1 is greater when we share than the satisfaction of $1 we enjoy. Although we cannot solve every problem in the world, the fact that we can change the lives of thousands of people does not change.